Welcome students. Today we are going to start Coromandel fishes. Now Coromandel is a coast of Tamil Nadu and fishermen over there are called as fishes over here. So today we are going to start the Coromandel fishes and it is written by Sarojini Naidu. Now Sarojini Naidu was an Indian poet writer and political leader who was the first Indian woman to be president of the Indian National Congress and to be appointed the governor of an Indian state. She is sometimes referred to as the Nightingale of India. Now students, let us start the Coromandel fishes. Coromandel fishes is a poem about the fishermen who belonged to the Coromandel coast of Tamil Nadu. Now, let us start the poem. Rise, brothers, rise. The wakening skies pray to the morning light. The wind lies asleep in the arms of the dawn, like a child that has cried all night. Come, let us gather our nets from the shore and set our catamarans free to capture the leaping wealth of the tide, for we are the kings of the sea. Students, so here a fisherman is telling other fishermen to wake up, to rise, since it's the time of the dawn. Okay? Since it's the time of the dawn or early morning, and the weather, or better to say, the sky seems to pray to the morning light or to fetch light from the God or to pray God. World will be enlightened with the morning light. The wind lies asleep in the arms of the dawn. The wind lies asleep. So here students, definitely a wind is not a person, so it cannot sleep. But here it is somewhat personified. It is somewhat used, or better to say, ornament. An ornament has been used, okay, to make this line beautiful. And that ornament is, or figure of speech, is personification. The wind lies asleep in the arms of the dawn, like a child that has cried all night. So here, wind is compared to a child who has cried all night, who has cried all night and now it is sleeping. Sleeping over here means the wind is actually calm and quiet. The wind is not blowing very fast. Rather, it is very calm and quiet. Come, let us gather our nets from the shore and set our catamarans free. So here, a fisherman is calling other fishermen or his friends to gather their nets from the shore, from the coast of the sea, and set their small fishing boats free. Means they have to go for fishing now, so they need to set their catamarans. They need to set their small fishing boats free to capture the leaping wealth of the tide. To capture what? The leaping wealth, the fishes or different kinds of fishes or fish of the tide, means from the water or high tide. For we are the kings of the sea. Who are the kings of the sea? The fishermen, those who go to capture the leaping wealth. The leaping wealth, those are hidden in the bosom of the sea or in the depth of the sea, and they come to the surface, sometimes leaping, jumping. Okay? And they are great prospects. They are great treasure to this fisherman. No longer delay. Let us hasten away in the track of the seagull's call. So, let's not delay. So, a fisherman is saying over here, let's not delay. Let's hurry up. Hurry up. Go immediately in the track of the seagull's call. Means seabird or a bird mainly found in the coastal areas. Seagull. So here that bird is calling. That bird's calling reminds us or reminds the fishermen that it's the time of dawn. It's the time of early morning, and they should hasten their way. They should go fast or immediately as much as possible to catch fishes. The sea is our mother. The cloud is our brother. The waves are our comrades all. So the sea is the fisherman's mother, or they think the sea as their mother, or they somewhat thinks the sea as parallel to their mother. The cloud is our brother. So, they are referring specifically, one of the fishermen is telling that the cloud is almost, or better to say, is their brother or is like their brother. The waves are our comrades all. So the waves are their fellow workers, their friends. All. What though we toss at the fall of the sun, where the hand of the sea god drives? So, what happened or what happens if they are tossed, they are shuffled with the speedy wind? They know that they are going to be saved by the sea god, as the sea god controls the sea and he is responsible for their protection, for the fishermen's protection. He who holds the storm by the ear. So here the sea god holds the storm, or the fishermen believe that the sea god holds the storm by his ear, will hide in his breast our lives. So he is going to hide in his chest, in his soul, or inside of his body, their lives. Their lives? Fishermen's lives. Sweet is the shade of the coconut glade and the scent of the mango grove. So sweet over here is the pleasure or sweet is referred to the pleasure of the shade of the coconut tree has been referred over here, or the space that is there between the coconut trees and some kind of shade or shades fall over there to give a sweet pleasure to the fishermen who work really hard, who suffer a lot. So this shade gives pleasure to those human beings. And the scent of the mango grove. So here the sweet scent also gives pleasure to those fishermen. They feel refreshed, they feel charmed, they feel a kind of freshness from this. And sweet are the sands at the full of the moon, with the sound of the voices we love. But sweeter, O brothers, the kiss of the spray, and the dance of the wild foam's glee. Row, brothers, row to the edge of the verge, where the low sky mates with the sea. And sweet are the sands at the full of the moon, means the sand or the shore, or better to say the sands on the shore, look beautiful at the night of the full moon. With the sound of the voices over here, maybe those of the waves or of those people whom the fishermen consider as their near and dear ones. So, the sands glitter, the sands seemed very beautiful, shining at the night of the full moon. With the sound of the voices, as I have told you, maybe of the waves or of the ones that the fishermen consider as their near and dear ones. So, those voices and the beautiful sight at the full moon night give them immense pleasure, immense satisfaction. But sweeter, oh brothers, the kiss of the spray. Spray of the water, the sprinkle of the water of the waves, those which come to the shore, and the dance of the wild foam's glee. So, wild foam, foam is usually watched on the waves. So, the foam seems to dance wildly with happiness. So, there is a beautiful sight at the night of the full moon, which the fishermen enjoy a lot, or which gives, or better to say, the various sides give pleasure to the fishermen a lot. Row, brothers, row to the edge of the verge. So, row, brothers, row. Here, a fisherman is telling other fishermen, addressing them as brothers, to row, to move forward, to sail their boats to the edge of the verge, means to that border, to that extreme end of that border, where the low sky meets with the sea. Low sky seems meeting physically with the sea. So, a fisherman is telling other fishermen to go ahead, to that edge where the sky seems to meet with the sea. Thank you, students.